Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I am really ready to film this video today. Today we are going to be doing an update on how my makeup use up project for 2018 is going. So in case you missed it, of course I will have my intro and original video to this project linked above, but this is a project I have been doing for years. So every year at the beginning of the year I will pick a handful of products and try to work through those products throughout the year. And this time I chose 18 products to go with 2018, and I'm really excited that I chose a little bit less products this time because I feel like I was much more thoughtful in what I was picking. Years past, I think one year I picked like 70 products or something, and last year I think it was like 50, so it was a very challenging because there was so many products. It was hard to keep track of everything, so I like that it is a smaller amount. But yeah, we are going to get into the update in just a second. Really quick, before we do that, I'll let you know, I don't have like the exact order written down, so I'm just going to kind of randomly go through these. It might not be the same order as the original intro, but I don't think you guys really care about that. But yeah, let's start. I always like starting with the things I finished off. So let's start with the products I was able to finish. I do have a couple I finished, and I'm so excited because I don't know if I've ever been able to finish products in the first, before the first update. Before, I usually have like no progress the first quarter of the year, and then I start getting busy near the end of the year. But I do have two products that I finished completely. So the first one didn't surprise me too much that I was able to go through it because I love this and I was going through it really quickly even before I started my project. But this is the Pure 4-in-1 powder. As you can see, it is totally gone, and there was a tiny little rim around one side left, and that broke and fell out, but I was okay with it because I used basically this entire powder. I really like this powder. It is one that I would consider repurchasing. I actually did get this in PR, but I liked it enough that I would actually pay full price for this item. So I think it is really good. I do also often see it on sale at Ulta. In fact, I think it was part of the 21-day sale this year, and I think I saw it last year as well. So they do often have different promotions with this powder. So if you're looking for a good base powder, I would recommend this one for sure. I really like it, but I was able to finish that one. Sorry if you hear that noise. My cats hate when I close the door and they can't get in. So one of the cats is outside the room trying to get in, and the other one is inside trying to get out. So okay, and then the other product I was able to finish off, I am so proud of myself on this one. This is the Hourglass Ambient Lighting Palette. So this was part of my project last year. Last year I wanted to just get through two of the shades. Actually, I think I said just one and I ended up doing two. And then this year I wanted to finish the last one because I didn't want a three-pan palette with only one product left in it. But I went through the whole thing, and you guys, it was so much easier than I thought it was. I remember when I first pulled this into my project for 2017, I did it because I saw another YouTuber pan this palette, and I was like, oh my gosh, I can't believe she did that. I want to try it. So I tried it, and it was a lot easier than I thought it would be. Because it's very soft powder, you end up going through it so quickly, and because this powder can be used in addition to other products. So like with the shade in the center, I think it was, I can't remember, it was one of these two lighter shades I would use as a finishing powder. So I would do my normal makeup and then add this as an extra step, and when you used it as a finishing powder, oh, it just gave this most gorgeous blended look to your face. It looked like magic on the skin. So this is something I would consider repurchasing for sure. I actually have a full size of the dim light powder that I want to use up first, but I would probably repurchase this little palette here. I think it was a really good value, and I really enjoyed it the whole time. You know, when you're doing a project I gotta open that door. Those cats are just gonna get louder and louder. Sorry, I had to open it. I know that's distracting having that open, but they were gonna just be so loud. Anyways, as I was saying, when you're doing a project, you really figure out if you like a product because you're making yourself use it so frequently that if it's something you don't really love, you get bored of it, you get irritated with it, and you're like, I don't wanna use this anymore. I never felt that way about using this palette. I enjoyed it every single time I used it, and so yeah, for sure I would repurchase this. All right, let's next talk about a few products that I can't really show you progress on because of the way the packaging is, but this is the Nars Pro Primer. So like I said, it's hard to really see, you can't see through this packaging, but you can see from the shape of it, and I can feel how heavy it is, and I'm definitely getting really close on this. I feel like I will have this done by my next update. This is the Pro Prime Pore Refining Primer, by the way. They have discontinued this one. They came out with some new primers, but I really like this one. This was just a really good I know they call it a pore refining primer, but I feel like it's more of a hydrating primer. It's very, very lightweight. I've been really enjoying it recently because my skin has been ultra, ultra dry, so I don't feel like I'll have a hard time finishing this off because I'm still really enjoying it. And like I said, there's really not a whole lot left in this one. And then this one's also really hard to tell how much is left in here, but this is the Lancome. I always butcher the name, by the way. Every time you guys make fun of the way I say this. I have no idea how to pronounce French words. My daughter's taking French and I'm always like, how do you say this? And she tells me and it's like, I can't do it. Like, I just can't do it. But this is the Efferkerns, I don't know. Concealer. It's a concealer. This is a really nice concealer. It's one of my favorite concealers actually because it's like medium to full coverage. It's not completely full coverage, but it's very hydrating. So it doesn't get like heavy or like creasy underneath the eye. So I really love this one. It is actually what I have on my under eye today. It is one of my favorites. And this is the shade Light Buff 11, by the way. But this is like a deluxe sample size that I had gotten for free, and I have a full size already. So I wanted to use this up, and I feel like it's probably about halfway used up, but I don't use a ton of this concealer. I usually only use concealer under my eyes. If I have a blemish, I just use my foundation to cover it. I don't typically conceal blemishes, but I do use this under my eyes, and I've been using it a ton. Nearly every day, so I feel like I will be able to get through this by the end of the year for sure. Okay, another product that's really hard to see what is left inside of. This one is the Benefit Air Patrol. When I first started this project, I was using this like every single day, so I got like 2 full weeks of like daily usage out of it, and then things got crazy with the move and everything, and I feel like I must have packed this up because I don't even remember seeing it for a while, so I have not been using it regularly. There is no way to see what is left in here or to really feel with the way the packaging is, so I have no idea. It's one of those products where you're just gonna keep using it until one day nothing comes out. So yeah, I don't know. Like I said, I did use it pretty consistently at the beginning, but I kind of fell off the wagon with that. So I need to get back on using this. Okay, let's move on to some things that we'll be able to see some progress on. The first one is from ColourPop. This is the Super Shock eyeshadow in the shade Winnie. This was a rollover from last year's project, and last year I was able to hit some pan on this, but this year I really wanted to make more progress. I wanted to use it up because these go bad quickly, and I feel like this is gonna need to be thrown away before the end of this year. So I will show you a close-up, but I don't think I've used this more than maybe 1 or 2 times this year. I really have not been focusing much on this product, so I don't know if you'll see any progress at all because like I said, I haven't used it too much. So I do really need to start using this here and there, and I feel like I can go through it quickly because when I do use it, I typically wear it all over my eyelid, so I use quite a bit of it each time. So yeah, I just need to remember to pull it out. As long as we're talking about ColourPop, let's go ahead and do an update on this here. This is the Super Shock cheek highlighter in the shade Flexitarian. I love this. Let me swatch this for you because this is such a beautiful highlighter. I really like using this on the inner corner of my eye as well. It almost looks like a sheer kind of like glossy look. So I do really enjoy it, but I haven't used it a lot. I have not been reaching for it. So it's not that I don't like it, I just keep forgetting I have it in here. So I really do need to get busy on this. I don't think you'll be able to see any progress at all. I have not hit pan, so really not a lot to report on this one yet. Alright, I actually have another like cheek product here to talk about. This is the Too Faced Chocolate Soleil bronzer. It's a mini size. This was in last year's project as well, and it was a rollover, and I finally hit pan. I'm so excited. I have been using this pretty much every single day. Here and there I'll reach for something else, but I have been using this a lot. It's just very difficult to go through bronzers for me. I don't use a whole lot of bronzer. I do wear bronzer every single day, but I just go kind of light-handed with it. I don't wear a ton of it, and this bronzer is kind of a little deeper for my skin tone. It's not, I mean, it's not something I can't wear, but I do go a little light-handed with it because of the shade. In the summer, I probably can apply it a little bit more liberally, so I should be able to go through it a little bit faster once I get a little bit of a tan. But yes, I did finally hit some pan on there, so that is super exciting. All right, and then I have another powder product that is part of this project. This is the MAC eyeshadow in this shade Peek at You. I've been using this both as an eyeshadow and as a cheek highlight, and I actually have been using this a lot in both ways. It is a really beautiful highlight. It's just like a I don't know, it's just a light champagne color. So it works really nicely on the cheeks as a subtle highlight, or I can use it all over my eyelid or just on the inner corner of my eye. So I've been using it a lot, but you really can't tell. It looks exactly the same. It's just really hard to go through products like this, and it is kind of a larger pan, so it makes it difficult to, it just makes it difficult to go through. So I don't know if I'll be able to, I wanted to hit pan on this by the end of the year. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do it, but I am still working on it. So hopefully pretty soon at least I'll have a dip in it, because I don't even have a dip in it as of right now. Okay, I do have one other eyeshadow product to talk about, and that is the Too Faced Chocolate Bar Palette. This is the original chocolate bar. So this is another thing that I told you guys I really just wanted to hit pan on a shade in here. And I didn't have a specific one. I just wanted to work on the palette, make it look more used and abused, and hit pan on at least one thing. Well, I don't know if it looks any different, but I have been using it so much, you guys. When all of my makeup was packed up for the move, I had this out and I used it like every single day for like 3 weeks straight, and I still don't know that you can see. So I'll give you guys a close-up. So this is what the palette looks like right now. I used this shade a ton to set my eyelid concealer. I've also been using this shade a lot as like a crease color or to blend out other shades. I feel like that's the only one that has a little bit of a dip, but I don't know if you'll see it on camera because it is really hard to pan these eyeshadows. They're very like hardly pressed, I feel like, so even though I've been using them like crazy, I don't think my palette looks that much different than when I started. So yeah, those are the two shadows I've been using the most. I mean, I really have been using a lot of shadows. I've been using these and this and this. I've used a lot of the shadows in here, but those two I've been using the most, almost daily, and I just still don't feel like you can see it. Hopefully by the next update I'll have at least like a big dip in one that is more obvious. All right, next up I do have a eyebrow pencil to talk about. This is the Marc Jacobs Brow Wow pencil. It is what I'm wearing today in my eyebrows. I've been wearing it like 50-50 over the last month between this and my Brow Wiz. I kind of jump back and forth between the two. I actually do really like this one. I just feel like it looks very ashy on me, so on days where I don't want such an ashy eyebrow, then I'll go with my my Brow Wiz, because I use the shade Caramel in the Brow Wiz, which is a lot warmer. So sometimes I mix the two too. If I feel like that one's too warm and this is too cool, then I'll mix the two. But anyway, let me show you guys. I'm gonna roll it up all the way and show you guys a close-up of where it is now. Like I said, I have used this a lot, but there was a lot of product in here. All right, so that is the pencil rolled all the way up. So I will insert a picture of where it was last time, but I feel like I've used about half of what I had. So I have been pretty consistently using it, and I have no concerns about using this up by the end of the year. I know I'll be able to make it on this one. All right, and then last few products are all the lip products that I had in the project. I had quite a few lip products. I usually grab quite a few so I have a variety of shades, but it always gets me because I am awful at using up lip products. I have such a hard time with it. Now all of these lip products have been in my purse since the beginning of the year, and because of like the turmoil and everything going on and me not wearing makeup a lot of days, I have not been consistently reapplying lipstick and lip glosses the way that I used to, especially since I actually stopped working at Sephora. When I worked at Sephora, we had to like reapply. Like if I took a break and ate something and my lipstick came off, I had to reapply lipstick. So I would reapply a lot more out of the products in my purse than I have been recently. I hope that makes sense. So I might end up putting these back in my room because I feel like that might be a better system for me to use now with my lifestyle change. But let's start with the lip product that is on my lips. So today I am wearing MAC Snob lipstick, and I really love this shade. I'm not gonna swatch it because you can see it on my lips. It's like a very cool toned pink shade, and this is what I have left in that. So I have used this only a handful of times since I started the project, so I definitely feel like I have a ways to go with this still. But I do love this color, and I wear it a ton in the summertime, so I feel like I should be able to get through that, hopefully. Another lipstick that I had is this little baby size lipstick from Kat Von D. I've actually used this one a lot, probably the most out of all the lip products in this project. And this was only a little baby size to begin with, so I still feel like I could probably use this one up. This is the Kat Von D Celebutard is the name of the shade. So that is how much I have left on this guy. So like I said, I've used it quite a bit. I don't know how much progress you'll see on camera, but I have used it several times. And then next I have a bunch of lip glosses. This is the Nars Chelsea Girl lip gloss. I have been using this almost every time I use the Celebutard lipstick from Kat Von D. I'll top it with this gloss because they look really nice together. I can't really see, honestly. It's very difficult to see inside of here, so I can't really tell how much is left, but I know I've used it a lot, and again, it's just a baby size, so I feel like this should be gone by the end of the year if I can just consistently keep using it. Alright, next up I have a lip gloss from Bare Minerals. This is the one I feel like you're going to see the most progress with because I was using this a lot like in the beginning of the project when it was like more winter time because it's a really nice kind of shimmery berry color. This is the Marvelous Moxie gloss in the shade Daredevil. It's been kind of sitting on its side, but you can see there's quite a bit of product. It's so difficult to show you guys these on camera, but I don't know if you can see right here, there's a big gap in the product. But I would say I've used probably close to half of this product at this point, so I've got about halfway to go through this one. Next up is a lip gloss from Sephora Collection, and this one I've only used like twice, so honestly, I'm not even going to try to show you a close-up because I don't think it'll look any different. I need to get busy on working on this as well. And then I also had this lip product from Pure Cosmetics. This is the liquid lipstick in the shade Ever After. I really love this shade. It's really pretty. Let me swatch it for you. I've only used it once though, so I have just not been using liquid lipsticks. I've been going for much more hydrating lip products, and I feel like it's just because my lips have been so dry recently, so I've not been wanting to reach for them, but this is a gorgeous color, so I feel like I will definitely get some use out of it this year, and I just need to heal my lips a little bit so I can get busy working on that. Alright, and then I almost forgot. The last product is actually this foundation from Givenchy. This is the Photo Perfection foundation. This shade is not quite right for me right now. It works great in the summertime. I have the shade number 5, by the way, but it's so hard to see because I feel like it kind of sticks to the sides. I did use this a ton when I first started the project. I want to say I used it for like every day for like 3 weeks, which is quite a bit for me. I usually switch my foundations out more often. I feel like this is probably about halfway gone. It's so hard to tell though because like I said, it really sticks to the sides, so you can't really tell how much is left, but I know I've been using it a ton, so this is another one I'm pretty confident I can get through this year. Alright you guys, that is my progress so far on this project for 2018. I'm really excited about where I'm at. I feel like, well, maybe with the exception of the palette and lip products, I feel like I've done pretty well. I just need to get busy on those lip products, and I just gotta keep on keeping on with that palette and hopefully start to see some progress soon. But I hope you guys enjoyed this update. Definitely look forward to another update in like 3 more months. So probably, what, June? I think, end of June. So thank you guys so much. I hope you have a fantastic day, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.